Raila Odinga, Your Excellency Mother Karua, party leaders, honorable members of Parliament for the state, ladies and gentlemen. But I think we should have applauded the Honorable Odinga for a fantastic speech. So my colleagues and I will simply point you to, if you will, specific clauses, because the Honorable Raila Odinga has already given to you the broad strokes and highlights of what is going on. So we'll just go into it, and we'll share the presentation with my colleagues, and at the very end there will be an opportunity for members of the Fourth Estate to ask questions. Now, well, look, I know some other commentators will say, how do you finance, development that you do have to tax? It is true. I mean, budget is an expenditure, and then through taxation measures and through borrowing. The difficulty, of course, is that if you tax your economy beyond what is practical, then actually it collapses. If you borrow beyond what your means or what you should borrow, your economy similarly collapses. So we'll just take you clause by clause on what these taxation measures are, and explain briefly what the impact of each is. As you've all know, the bill is or looks at 5 broad areas: income tax, withholding tax, value-added tax, excise duties, and miscellaneous fees and levies. Now, it's important to remember that income tax is supposed to be a tax on income, and we'll come back to this point briefly. So let me start with turnover tax. So clauses 9, clause 24B propose to increase turnover tax from 1 to 3%, and also bring down the threshold from which you start to pay. And the threshold comes down to 1,370 shillings. Basically, if you have a kiosk around the corner selling tea and mandazi, if you sell 1,370 shillings per day, then you pay 3% of that. You can also think about it. I know many of people in the city take a taxi, like Uber or Bolt or Rittle or whatever. This is 2 taxi rides. A taxi from here to there for 500 shillings. On his return or her return journey, then she'll probably already begin to pay tax. The point about turnover tax is that you are taxing the top line. You are taxing somebody whether they make a profit or not. And really, we should be looking at taxing income, not overall revenue. Clause 5 of the bill proposes to tax employee share ownership programs. If you have a small business and you want your staff to get committed to the business, and you offer them some few shares, and this is a common practice with Kenyan small businesses, so that motivated to work even harder. Now, this will attract 30% because it's considered part of your dividends, in addition to triple taxation. And you will see in the bill that the valuation, determining what is the value of these shares that this small business has provided to the employees, is up. The determination is up to the commissioner, which therefore leaves room for abuse. The bill also proposes to tax at clause 24 to increase the rate of tax from 30 to 35% for those who earn 500,000 or more, so-called high earners. In most jurisdictions in the world, as a personal tax. So it's not in many places where you will find that the employee is taxed at a higher level than to 35%. Clause 5 targets per diems for